LoreWarrior Online, the Wyvern IIC. Overview. In the years following the colonization of the Pentagon in 2786, thousands upon thousands of battle mechs were mothballed in brine caches across clan space, including every surviving Star League mech design. Even components salvaged from the battlefields of the Reunification War and Operation Klondike were put into storage. Near 2 decades after the conclusion of Klondike, Baroque warriors stumbled across one of the many brine caches lost in the Pentagon War. This well-stocked cache contained a small number of mechs and vehicles, but the far greater prize was the huge supply of battle mech parts. Baroque successfully defended their claim to the cache, and their scientists immediately turned the cache into a small factory for assembling and refitting battle mechs, primarily the Wyvern. Capabilities. The Wyvern IIC bears more than a passing resemblance to its Star League predecessor, both visually and mechanically. Even its primary mission as a city fighter has remained unchanged. Only the observant will notice the extra weapon ports in the left arm and both the torsos. The inclusion of clan weapons and a new endosteel chassis allows the Wyvern IIC to mount a pair of the extended range lasers and machine guns, plus a flamer, in addition to its traditional loadout. When Clan Baroque began heavily colonizing nearby planets in the Kerensky cluster, its Khans assigned a star of these mechs to each new settlement. Though the Wyvern can't stand up to heavy and assault omni-mechs that would soon dominate the Clan Taumans, the mech does offer considerable speed and a respectable long-range punch. The Wyvern IIC shines as a garrison mech. Its hands allow it to assist in construction and other heavy lifting projects, while its machine guns and flamers are suited to handling crowds. Deployment. Clan Starradder fields the great majority of these battle mech refits, having inherited Baroque's complement in its absorption bid. The Manzikert facility is reportedly gearing up for a new production run of Wyvern IICs, undoubtedly to fill the holes left in the Adder's second-line galaxies in the wake of the absorption war. As it's been in production on and off for some 200 years, the Wyvern IIC has found a place in near every clan Tauman. The Blood Spirits and Fire Mandrels, after years of raiding the Baroques, have a higher percentage than most others. So it's a mech with 45 tons, its chassis is a Type OES-45 light modified. The power plant is Fusion Standard 180, its cruise speed is 43 and its max speed is 65. It has the SL-150 Modification 5 jump jets for 120 meter jump distance. Its armor is the Mix 3C composite, and its armament is a Mark 46 Type 2 LRM-10 launcher, a Mark 22 Type 3 SRM-6 launcher, a Series 6B extended range large laser, 2 Series 2A Mark 5 extended range medium lasers, and 2 Series 1 extended range small lasers, with 2 Type 7 rotary cannons and 1 Hellfire Series 2 flamer. Its manufacturer is the Manzikert Fabrication and Assembly Plant Gamma on Dagda. Its communication system is the consolidated BMR-3CC, and targeting and tracking is the Series 1 GDS. Now don't get the rotary cannon thing mixed up, that's the machine guns. Equipment is a walk of 4, a run of 6 and a jump of 4, which makes sense, it's a city fighter, and it has 12 double heat sinks for 24 dissipation. Its head armor is 9, its CT armor is 21, seat on the rear is 6, 17 on the side torsos with 5 on the rear, 14 armor on the arms, and 22 armor on the legs. Visually, anime as fuck. Not quite sure what the big thing at the back is all about. I guess that's when you put it back on the rack for in the shop for someone else to have a look at. Bit weird. Very sort of Autobot-like head design on it, or well, Transformer type head on it, which is kind of cool, but also kind of weird for BattleTech. It has an ER large laser in the right arm, 2 ER smalls in the right arm, 2 ER mediums in the left arm. The flamer is CT mounted, which is that, I guess, that naval flamer that's got there. It has 2 machine guns in the left torso with 200 rounds of ammo there. The LRM-10 is mounted in the CT apparently, though. Oh, I guess that's all the holes that go down to the crotch, which is an interesting location for the LRM, with 2 tons of ammo. It has the SRM in the right torso, which you can see there quite prominently, with 30 shots, another 2 tons of ammo, and all the jump jets spread between the legs and the left and right torso. It's a busy mech, definitely for sure as far as equipment is concerned. As I said, it looks like a Transformers just turned up in BattleTech's universe and is now looking for a target. Very unusual update of what was already a pretty unusual looking mech. The Wyvern, I don't think is many people's go-to Star League era medium. It's a difficult one I think it's a difficult one to make models for as well, because the Wyvern was such a unique human, like, I think truly the only humanoid mech that was designed to look like a person on the battlefield. It was a very, very choice design. Helped it stand out, but at the same time made it kind of weird, especially in comparison to the rest of Battletech's sort of lineup at the time. And the Wyvern IIC is clearly, like, Plog's gone with a very different kind of style here, giving it much more of a kind of robot style, in keeping with the original's humanoid sort of aesthetic, but sort of making it a bit more kind of almost a little bit manga or anime in its appearance. Weapon-wise, it's really well equipped, definitely exudes the city fighter style of a mech, capable of being able to hop over buildings with no problem and can dump a fair amount of energy weapons into a target. It's got the long range, it can engage at short range, it's very good at taking out infantry inside buildings. Yeah, it's pretty much equipped for any kind of urban combat. It's your mech. Armor-wise, pretty decent as well for 45 ton. I mean, 21 on the CT is pretty decent armor, and then the side torso is well protected, and the arms and legs have got enough going for them as well. Even if it gets shot in the back, it's not going to immediately go through unless it's a bigger caliber AC, but if you're stupid enough to position yourself for something that's obviously that's heavier and carrying a bigger gun like that, it's your own fault if you get hit. Yeah, overall, not bad. It's definitely a bit of a worrying one to come up against it. This would certainly be something that, if I was to put it against like the regular players that I sort of do streams with and the such, it would be one that I would caution them about because of its ability to do a lot of damage relatively quickly, and it kind of puts me in mind of like the Grasshopper with its ability to hop in and dump a lot of energy weaponry, but it's got that benefit of the machine guns, just add that extra little bit of damage and the potential for crits. And yeah, obviously heating up a player with flamers and all the rest of it. So yeah, it's not bad. Visually, it's not my favourite. I think it's a bit busy, overly busy. As I said, the back bit, I still don't understand. Maybe that's a piece of a wall or something, I don't know. Thinking about it, it could be. Maybe it's like docked at the back. That's for like a maintenance thing, I don't know. I haven't looked up an image of the Mini or anything to see if that is actually part of it. It looks like it is because it's the same line sort of art, the amount of shading and stuff, so I think it's supposed to be part of the mech, but it's odd. It's I don't know. I'm not a fan, let's put it that way. But I don't hate it, but I wouldn't really pick it if I was given the choice, you know? Anyway, have a good one all. Thanks for listening, as always, and I will catch you next time. Bye-bye.